心今日咧拍呢一集媽媽的味道咧，我相信咧實會咧多咗一啲嘅平時唔知佢哋會唔會睇咧，不過今集咧一定會睇，就係呢啲上鏡嘅每一位嘅爹哋媽咪啦。I don't know who'll be watching, okay? But for this episode, I'm sure your parent, her parent, all parents of yours will be watching, you know, because their daughter,
Their babies are here.
Yeah, are here. How about, you know, just introduce yourself briefly.
大家好，我是小八，我是從高雄來的，是高雄天泉611靈糧堂的康牧師師母的小孩。
大女兒。
Hi everyone, I'm Eunice and I'm from Malaysia, KL, GA641, precious daughter.
小女兒。
Yes.
大家好，我係香港 PP 牧師以諾司像嘅女欣怡。
哦，呢個又係大女兒。
So hi, I am Ruth from the Philippines, the eldest daughter of Pastor Danny and Simo Claire from 611 to Gigarao.
Oh, to get Garao, Pastor Danny's and Simo Claire, daughter, elder daughter, beautiful Ruth.
Thank you.
It's so wonderful. We have the next generation. All of you sitting here with me here. What is attracting you? Why you choose to stay here? The rest already graduated, and they also choose to stay and be our co-worker. Well, just tell us a little bit of how you make this decision to stay.
So for me, I think one thing that is very attractive when it comes to the Tree of Life community, or even with the nutrients I get to receive, is the gift of like transparency. Or like how everything may come into light, but then at the same time there is love and acceptance in all of it. Because like personally, I would be the kind who would suppress things or just brush things under the rug for it not to be exposed, for it not to be, because for me it will be like shameful with all the weaknesses, maybe with all the shame and everything. But in the Tree of Life, all of this gets to be exposed, but there is no judgment. And there is no condemnation at all, but instead there is love and acceptance. Yeah, and it's something also that I personally experience, and I know my parents get to experience, and it's something also that is very important that has to be passed on back to my home country and home church also. So that is very wonderful for me. Yeah.
How wonderful 啊！我諗大家都知咧，其實 Ruth 咧成長喺牧師嘅家庭，作為一個大女咧，其實係好多 burden 嘅啊。其實畢業之後咧，I think Ruth, you really want to go back to be able to help your parents, you know, in pastoring the church. But what did your father tell you?
Oh yeah, so initially because I would always be so direct in saying every time you ask me or anyone asks me if I want to go back, I would straight away yes, even before finishing the question. But then I think they are happy to see me growing and flourishing in many areas also as I soak here. And the way they said it is that everything that I do and everything I get to experience is still for the kingdom of God anyway. So they will be very happy to see me keep on flourishing and be nourished here in the Tree of Life.
Wow, this is how you feel. This Tree of Life essence is actually nourishing not only this generation, but also the next generation. And that's why next generation keep on coming and they want to stay. Eunice, you are the youngest daughter in your family. But after coming here, I noticed, wow, you're not the little sister at home anymore. You have risen up and be a big sister and helping a lot of the next gentle generation, gentle. And they are also getting into the relationship deeper in love and trust through you. And be the one who passed the DNA and all the nutrients to them.
What really attracted me to come initially was that I felt like I could be restored. I could be real, I could be free, and my being was really brought forward and being accomplished by my authorities, and I was able to be myself. And naturally, when I could be myself, I could also shoulder and disciple the next younger sister and brothers that I am surrounded with. And I think that's very precious because in the past I was the youngest, so I don't want to shoulder anyone, I don't want to be responsible. But I think that as my authority starts to say that you have this innate being that loves to connect with people, and you have this innate being that is so caring and loving, and naturally you want to share what is good in your life. And without knowing that is a good being, I thought that's just being busybody, being nosy, being annoying. So I think because of all these, I would suppress it, and I think it's not good, and I would try to reject that. And there are people that would tell me, yeah, you're so noisy, keep quiet. When the adults are talking, keep quiet, But when I was here, I was really being nurtured and affirmed again and again, saying that you have a good being. Simo will always tell me, wow, you have this such a great being of talking. I was like, oh, he's a good being.
people.
Yeah, connecting people, that's a good being. I think that allows me to be real and to be free. And because of that, I could really be a big sister to share to those that's around me how I feel, how I think, how I experience, how I broke through with my parents, relationship being restored, and how we could have a heart-to-heart talk with them, and how I really see my parents change too, and I changed too in Tree of Life. And then I could see how I was being able to be real about my weakness, my low points. I thought it was being shameful, I thought it was like something that is no, should not be said. But instead it was like, because of my low points in my life, it glorifies and manifests God's glory through my low points. Being shameful means because I'm just thinking of myself. But instead, when I am able to embrace my low points, and it's okay to admit I'm imperfect, I'm very low, it means that God's glory can be manifested, and that's how we see. Then that's why even more we need Tree of Life, and we need this community, we need each other. I think that kind of relationship that really brought me closer to pastors' kids around me. Really to this date, today, I would say even though I'm the older sister, I need them. I need them because I could grow even more. To really say that only that I could see my low points, and I could see that what is it that I can continue to break through with, and what the pastor kids of this generation needs.
Hallelujah.
And the younger generation needs, what the Tree of Life needs, which is this transparency, this freedom, this being real, being able to talk about our low points, our so-called shameful things. Because, as pastors' kids, we are taught to not say too much, not talk about our family, not talk about parents, not talk about how things are difficult or conflicts, because then it will reflect badly on our parents, reflect badly on our church, reflect badly on the family. But even here, it's not about that at all. So I think that's so precious.
大家知道咧，其實作為一個 pastor kids 咧，佢哋嘅成長咧都係唔容易㗎嚇，因為由細已經被知道咧係你就係邊個牧者個仔女咯，咁佢哋就會覺得咧係被人哋咧即係已經用一個標準咧嚟到去評價，咁就有一個嘅特別嘅眼光，咁佢哋嘅成長咧就係喺呢種眼光之下係唔得自由咯，咁我就覺得冇理由係咁噶，喺生命樹下咧，我哋嘅 pastor kids 咧，佢哋要全部咧被 restore， 佢哋係要被珍惜，佢哋嘅 being 咧係要被擁抱，真正嘅佢咧係可以被看見。咁呢一個咧的確咧係我覺得由 pastor kid 開始，佢哋要被接納、被肯定，然之後咧其他嘅人咧。哇！見到 pastor kids 都可以被 restore 咧，佢哋都可以咧，即係有一個盼望，有盼望。